What got you into comedy to begin with?
Trauma. I've always been kind of a goofball since I was little. And after my divorce, I started going to a lot of comedy shows. And that was like the thing that kept on like making me smile because nothing was making me smile. And then I've always gone to breweries and they've always had comedy shows there. And I would make friends with the comedians and they're like, oh, you should do comedy. You're funny. And I'm like, nah. Then eventually I ended up going to New York for a wedding that happened in New Jersey. And I'm like, I'm not going to go to New Jersey just and not go to New York. So the same thing that happened in San Diego happened in New York. I went to the comedy clubs, went to go check it out, made friends with comedians over there. They're like, oh my God, you're funny. You should do comedy. And I'm like, okay, so if people in New York are telling me that I should do comedy, maybe I should do comedy. So I Googled, I'm like, where can I take some classes? So I started taking some classes and then I started getting the nerves to get those nerves out doing open mics. And now it's 4 years and now I'm producing shows, which is why.
Was it, you seem like a very extroverted person to me. So I wonder, was that a big leap, or were you like, all right, I'm just going to do it?
It was a huge leap because I never did any theater or drama class. Like I went to school in TJ and then did some classes over here in college here. But so getting up on stage, I've never been a public speaker. So if I would start talking to people on stage, my mind would go like black, completely black. And I'm like, and I've had friends. My first open mic was actually, I want to say 10 years ago, because I had a friend that was a comedian that I met at a bar. She's like, oh, I'm doing this open mic. You should come and you should get on stage. So I wrote one line, people laughed, and then my mind went blank, and I'm like, I got to get off stage. And that was before comedy classes and everything that I've been doing. Like I just thought comedy was way above me, and now it's part of. I just want to do comedy as much as I can.
What do you think the biggest misconception about actually doing comedy and being a comedian?
Well, people think that I am like a wild card, but I'm actually very like controlled chaos. I'm very intentional with what I do. I'm actually very like a sensitive, deep feeling person. And I feel like a lot of people are like, oh, Dalina doesn't care. Dalina doesn't give a F. I feel like a lot of people think that I don't give a fuck about a lot of stuff. But I do. I do. I'm a very caring person and I do think about a lot of like what's going to say out of my mouth, like what I'm going to say on stage. I think about it a lot. So I don't just spend a lot of time writing. I spend a lot of time thinking about what I'm going to say and what's the message that I want to send out because I do believe that words have a lot of power. And if you're just spewing projectile vomit, it's just nobody wants that. I feel like you have to be very careful what you say. And sometimes as a deep feeling person in open mics, I will say whatever because it's an open mic. You're just trying to get ideas and make them make sense. But when I do a show, I really like think about what I'm gonna say and how I'm gonna say it and what's the message that I wanna give. So people just think that I'm nuts, but there's a method to the madness. I do a lot of like psychological research, if it makes sense, without trying to be like I don't know. I'm just giving my perspective, what I've
I
been and just kind of like my experience. Everybody's been through different experience, so I'm just like voicing out mine.
There's certain audiences for certain types of comedy, or what do you feel is a good audience versus a bad one?
A diverse audience. Like you need men, you need women, you need people from different backgrounds. And yeah, you need just like diversity. If you just get a show with a bunch of dudes and I'm a girl, like, and I'm just telling them my experience because I do a lot of like, oh, I dated and I'm divorced and I'm this. And I'm a mom. Like I had a son when I was 16. A lot of people don't know that about me. And I had not the best marriage. I had a really like abusive marriage. And so when I talk to people about my experience, and they're just men. They're like, and I don't talk about how bad my life used to be. People sometimes don't understand where I'm coming from because I don't talk about like, oh, I have my son is going to be 27. People sometimes don't understand that. So when I'm talking to a crowd and they're young and they see me, and they don't know that I'm 43 years old, and I'm an old lady now. I'm an old lady, but I've lived a lot. So I connect with a lot of older crowds, and I think I'm giving like the younger crowd a different perspective. So if you have like a diverse crowd, people are kind of picking, they're like, okay, I can relate with this and I can relate with that. Sometimes after a show, I've had people like, oh my God, I went through something like similar. So I think being able to be relatable to your audience and different experiences, I think that kind of makes people laugh. And also, I like to throw a little bit of cringe. I don't just like to make people laugh. I want them to like, oh, that felt really uncomfortable, and I'm like, well, life is uncomfortable, and then being able to like piggyback off that with something funny.
You want them to feel something and then be able to bring them back from that with your comedy and make them laugh.
Yeah, and sometimes I don't bring them back. It's like, oh, it's like, bro, if the coat fits, but if it doesn't fit, don't put on the coat. Like, I didn't date you. Like, you're not the guy that I'm talking about, okay? You're not my ex-husband, bro. Let it go.
Which actually makes me wonder, has your ex ever seen any of your comedy, or maybe your son even?
No, no. So oh my God, that's a loaded question. So my
Okay.
dad, my son's father, my ex-husband, did a lot of drugs and alcohol, and his brain is lost. Like
Okay.
he's institutionalized. Yeah. So
He's
and if
not going
he
to see it.
has,
Yeah.
I know nothing about it.
Has your son gone to any of your shows?
Yes.
How does that go?
It's good. My son has been very supportive. He brought his girlfriend, and he's been very supportive. He actually went to one of my first, like, at Mic Drop. He showed up with my friends, and they made me. And this is the first year that I started doing comedy. He and my friends, they showed up with this. My nickname is Nina, and they showed up with this, like, cardboard sign that says, Nina's number one club fan, and
Aww.
it was so nice. It was very supportive. So I'm like, okay, I got people that believe that I'm funny. I should just kind of keep on doing this. And honestly, I just started doing comedy for therapy. And now I'm doing comedy to just save, it's been saving my life. It's been giving me a lot of purpose and meaning, and just a way, going back to the whole trauma, it's a way to kind of, I've been rewiring my brain. I don't
Oh,
know. Maybe it's neuroplasticity. Maybe it's me. If somebody was able to like brainwash you in a negative way, I'm able to brainwash me in a positive way. So I've been delusional in changing my perspective different things. So I've been just seeing like the silver lining of all those negative things. So I've been just kind of focusing on changing that. And yeah, I forgot the question, but yeah, that's my answer.
maybe coming from a place in your life where you didn't really have a voice to really being outspoken and having a voice and being celebrated for that, right? And being able to bring joy to other people with your voice. That's a big deal.
It's a big deal. I'm a little bit addicted to people of listening to people laugh now. It's like my therapy. I'm like, okay, I'm good with that. I'm like, I make them laugh. That's good.
Also, now getting into producing shows. So, what has that journey been like?
It's been a lot of work. I actually have, look at this. These are my producer gloves because these are my producer gloves because
Uh
I have a bin with all my production equipment. I got a big old bin from Home Depot. It has wheels, and I have to lug it around. I have to put it in my car, and then take it out. And sometimes I'm walking in heels, and I'm just pulling everything. And so I've been investing in buying production equipment. I have some stuff. I've been looking for the right partner. I think I found one with Erin Gonzalez, which I think she's amazing. She's like this go-getter person, and we have a lot of similarities in how and like the life. So I think that has a lot to working with somebody that you can relate and talk to and that doesn't judge you for certain things. So yeah, so producing is a lot of work. But I'm not gonna wait around. I'm not a patient person. I'm not gonna wait around for people to give me opportunities. So I'm gonna have to like figure out like I'm I was a single mom. Even though if I was married, I felt I was a single mom and then I was married and then when I was married I felt like I had two kids and I was a single mom and the problem child was not the one that I gave birth to.
Yeah.
So I'm used to like problem solving and doing things and trying to making moves. So producing goes hand in hand with being a single mom. So you have to make your opportunities. You have to make your opportunities. You have to like dig and ask questions and talk to people and get rejected a lot. You have to get rejected and bounce back. I'm like, okay, nobody wants me. That's fine. Maybe they'll want me over here and nobody wants me here. So, and then trying to get an audience in and trying to make them laugh. And so I'm doing the best with what I got.
Can you tell us a little bit about some shows that you have coming up?
Yes, I can. Okay, so I have a show tomorrow at Madhouse. It's a Latina show. Monkey Feet Entertainment is producing it. Tomorrow, Wednesday at 7:30. I will be performing with a group of amazing women that I admire. And also, I'm producing this open mic at Scoreboard every Thursday. Sign-ups are at 7:30. The show starts at 7. Did I say no? 6:30. Sign up 6:30. The show starts at 7. It's going to be every Thursday, and there's it's a little bit different of a open mic because we're giving awards. We're giving
Oh,
awards. Maybe not the same day. It's kind of like sporadically. We wait for a couple of winners. So we do the best, like the honor roll of the open mic for the night. And we wait a few sessions to give this award so we can do it two at a time. And then that open mic is going to eventually evolve to a showcase. So we're just giving the open micers to develop their craft. So a little bit of a twist, and that's in Imperial Beach on Palm Avenue. And then on the same Thursday, so this particular week, I'll be co-producing the Scoreboard with Aaron. And after I go set up, I'm gonna go to Liberty Station to Moniker General on Sims Road at 7 p.m. to go do a set there. So when I'm done, I'm gonna head back to Imperial Beach. So I'm gonna be like boom boom. Yeah. And then on March 6th, I'm gonna be, which is a Friday, I'll be doing a show at U31 at 7:30. Mike McCalla Sunset. What is it? Friday Sunset at U30. Mike McCalla is the one that produces that. And then on March 20th, I'm doing a show with Cackles over in Vista at 7:30 at Insane. And I'm super excited about this one. I'm super excited about all of them. But it turns out that I have a long lost cousin that I've never met that also is also a comedian in LA. So and so I kind of saw him and I'm like, wait a minute, I think we're related. And I'm like, you could be my uncle or you could be my cousin, but there's so Horchata is not my real name. It's my stage name. And so Horta, Horta is my real like name. And I just wanted to do something different. The H in Spanish is like, so it's so easy to be like Horta. They're calling in the comedic world, like they'll be calling me, oh, Dalina Horta, like you're a whore.
yeah.
And why would I give these free jokes to other people? Like I make these jokes for myself, but so I just changed it to so this other comedian. I was like, there's not a lot of hortas out there. There's not, and so yeah. So I have a cousin that I'm gonna meet in Vista on the 20th. Super exciting.
Are they on the show too?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's been really great. I've had really enjoyed chatting with you and getting to know more about you and your comedy. I really hope to see you at a show soon. Can you give us a quick cap again about your next shows this upcoming week?
Okay, so house tomorrow, Wednesday at 7:30. The IB scoreboard on Thursdays. There's always going to be an open mic, but also I'll be at the General at Sims at 7 in Liberty Station. On March 6th, I'll be at U30 at 7:30, and on March 20th, I'll be in Insane Brewing in Vista at 7:30. So see you there. Thank you so much. You've been amazing. I
You're
appreciate this so much.